Hey guys, I have to be honest with you. This topic, out of the four or five or six that I'm doing in this series, is one of the hardest ones. I was actually not like looking forward to doing it because I thought to myself, I'm not doing the best with this. I'm not as encouraged as I probably should be to encourage you guys, but then the thought came to me like, no, God will give me what I need to be able to give it to you guys. And ultimately, honestly, that's what this is all about. It's not about having it together. It's not about being all the way built up and encouraged. This is a talk in the trenches, in the low place, in the hard place, in the areas that, you don't like and aren't fun. And I'm gonna be quick. This video should be like 20 minutes, maybe 20-25. And if you engage in any way, comment, let me know how you relate to it. You'll be entered into a raffle to win a Wawa gift card. And I say this every time because different people get on different videos, because times are hard, and hopefully it can be used for guests. So the format is, first we talk about the trench place, what it feels like to be there, what are the struggles, the experience. Then we get into the practical of what are some things that we can do to get through while we're in this place in our lives currently. And then there's encouragement. So the goal is for you to know you're not alone. And I feel like sometimes different topics aren't talked about as much, like they are, but me personally, I don't think as much. So here I am, here to talk about it, even if it only reaches one. Okay, and my notes are over here on my computer, so I'm looking over. So when it comes to weight issues, when it comes to low self-esteem, a lot of the times you have the jealousy and the envy that you have to deal with. You're looking at others. Maybe you're looking at how they're a size that you're not. Maybe you're looking at how they look. They have a certain feature or look a certain way compared to you. And that then leads to frustration, which is also on the list. Then there is specifically, like a lot of the times with the weight part, then there's the disgust, right? There's shame. There is like a hopelessness at times, and a helplessness, like when the number on the scale seems like it's so much and you feel like you're never going to get to where you want to be. It literally seems like it's a mountain in your way. Annoyance, if we're honest, is a feeling that we feel a lot of the times, because you just don't want to be unhealthy. You don't want to feel unhealthy. Maybe you were an athlete in the past. Maybe you were cooking healthy for a period of time, and then you hit a rut. And maybe you were dealing with some hard things, and the way that you dealt with it was that you ate. Or maybe you ate a lot, or maybe you were in a situation where you didn't have a lot of money, and which I just talked about in the first series, the money struggles. Like sometimes when all you have is $1 or $2, the quickest thing you can get sometimes is fast food, and over time that affects your body. Is it your fault that you had to eat like that? Is it your fault that you had to have that kind of diet? Absolutely not. Like I said in the last video, people lose their jobs due to no fault of their own. And that's just one example of how you could end up in that position. I'm trying to see what else. Maybe helplessness. Maybe you just feel like you're not supported. You don't know where to start. Maybe you feel like you try to exercise but you lack motivation. These are all things that you can feel and that I have felt, especially recently, my own self dealing with some of these things. And these are some of the practical things. So we'll get into this now. Some of the practical things that I feel like God is helping me to work through and to do to kind of move through this and get to the place that I want to be. So one of the ideas is to go to the gym maybe at night when there's not many people there, or go early in the morning, so you feel less triggered. There's less people to look at. There's less people to compare yourself to. You can kind of have that peace of mind. You can really go in your own space and enjoy your workout. Maybe get some equipment at home. Meet yourself where you are. Maybe going to the gym isn't going to be your first step. Maybe it's doing it at home. And break it up. Don't feel like you just have to do like hardcore, kind of exercises. Like maybe you want to do a dance video. Maybe you want to do something that's like light and fun. And there's lots of videos on YouTube. Maybe like you could go out in nature. I know for me, like excuse me, I went out in a field today and I was proud of myself for the run that I did. But it's just something about being out in the nature that just makes it better, like makes it more peaceful, easier. And then after that, I took a picture of the field and I kind of started like a photo journal, and I call it my growth photo journal. So I put it in my notes and I wrote underneath it like how I felt empowered after the run, what kind of goals I met. Maybe, okay, I got to this distance by this amount of time. And then I get to capture it and look back, and say, hey, I was empowered on this day of my exercise, my health journey. Something else too is like, maybe start buying some. I'm sorry guys, it is very windy outside and the door just blew open. And I do not do noises in a house. Like, it freaks me out. Anyway, it's just the wind. It's just the door. Back on track. So, maybe like you haven't been motivated to cook, right? Or maybe because you've been eating so much takeout or whatever, cooking is just not a thing. Okay, maybe you can start by buying healthy pre-made meals, frozen pre-made meals. I mean, it's a step. Like, to be honest with you, I had started a plant-based business and was cooking really good, and was trying to transition vegan, and hiccups happen, changes happen, and like I said, I found myself eating unhealthy. And it's like when you're trying to get back, but then you might have some barriers, like the financial barriers or whatever, right? So it's like, okay, how can I baby step this? Okay, so now I'm going to maybe have some pre-made meals that have chicken in them. Okay, maybe I'm gonna do something in the crock pot. Like, just meeting yourself where you are. I'm not gonna get emotional on this, I swear I'm not. But I just feel like there's so much shame sometimes, and sometimes we're our biggest critic. It's like, hey, you need to be here, you need to be this, you shouldn't have done that, all these things. But I told someone very close to me last night prior to shooting this video, I said, you can't bully yourself to better. So if we want to be better, bullying isn't going to help. Something else practical I did before, like I left my debit card at home on some days, so I wouldn't go and eat out, wouldn't have that temptation. If you have debit cards on your phone and your wallet, maybe deactivate it, maybe delete it for a little bit. I think I only have one more thing on the practical list. As far as the scale goes, I would say weigh yourself every couple of weeks. Like, don't stress yourself about that. Like, just kind of let it happen, because weighing yourself can be frustrating. Excuse me. And as far, and I hope that there was something that you can take from that list, and something that I'm saying, not everything is for everybody, but hopefully there's something that you can take from this. And as far as encouragement, like, this first one is big, and it has really helped me. Like, letting other people love you where you are will help boost your confidence where you are while you're waiting to get to where you want to be. And to be honest with you, I didn't think I could do this one. Like, I felt like, hey, I can't let anybody close to me. I can't let anybody give me a compliment. I can't take it to heart because I'm not where I want to be. But just the opposite begins to happen when you have people in your life showing you unconditional love. You have people in your life giving you compliments still, saying, hey, you look good. Hey, I like this, I like that. And it's like, oh wow. To be honest with you, I was hating the version of me that I am right now. I want this. I don't want this. So, but just let them do that, because it'll then help you to do the same thing to you. It'll help you to love and compliment and appreciate where you are now. Even if it's just the fact that, hey, you're trying. Even if you're appreciating maybe another part of your body other than maybe your stomach. Maybe you're saying, hey, you know what, my legs look good. Hey, maybe my skin is glowing. Hey, like, there's some kind of way that you can still love you and like you as you are processing through this tough time, tough place. Ask for help. That's a big one. Be honest about where you are, where you want to be, and how you feel. I actually am getting ready to have a meeting with a previous coach of mine, health coach of mine, in a couple minutes. And, it started with me reaching out and saying, hey, I am so far away from where I was. I need motivation. I need some help. Are you still doing any programs? Like, maybe it's reaching out to your friend and say, hey, can you walk with me once a week? Or, hey, even if you don't have time, best friend, can I just talk to you and tell you how I'm feeling and how this is affecting me? Don't focus on or look for results so much. Just do. I know it's easier said than done, but results bring pressure. So just kind of letting it be for a little while, I think, will make you feel better. And then lastly, give yourself credit for what you are doing. It's like I said, you can't bully yourself to better. You can't just say, I haven't done this and look how much damage to my body and this and that. You have to say, you know what? I watched this girl's video about this issue, and I'm trying to be encouraged. You know what? I'm thinking about applying one of those practical tips. You know what? I am